talk about this album you recorded, and specifically talk about the concept behind it, because you have this comic book, which is a companion to the album, and you sort of explained the concept a little bit to me, but to me, this is almost essential if you want to follow the concept of the record. So let's talk about the new album, or the upcoming album you're going to have, and talk about the comic book and, you know, all the really fun stuff you have going on.
Well, we decided about a year ago we wanted to do another concept record. We had a good time with Thing to the Throne. We tend to write songs a little bit differently when we're writing a concept, because when we're working on a concept, we do it kind of like we're scoring a film. We write to a scene. So we thought, hey, we haven't done a concept for a while, so let's go ahead and do another concept. So we started immediately. We figured out what we didn't want to do. We didn't want a political concept, or even we did not want anything like, you know, DNA splicing or anything. I mean, there's lots of cool stories like that, but there's also hundreds of them. So, we just started batting around ideas and started off with an environment, kind of a frozen post-apocalyptic. And then we started talking about characters and a storyline. And eventually our drummer Rickard came up with sort of the backbone for story, and he gave it to Harry, our vocalist, who pretty much fleshed out the story. The story is, we wanted to just do something a little different. And so this is a story about a group of people who live, it's 5 people who live in a frozen wasteland, and they're searching for this mythical place of warmth called the Hallowed. And they've got a bunch of animals with them that they've trained to hunt, for surveillance, for guarding. And they start off as a team, but eventually the animals turn against them. So the actual lyrics are written from the viewpoint of the animals, but the comic is from the viewpoint of the humans.
Right.
So we weren't thinking about a comic initially, but once we did the album in a couple different demo stages. The last demo stage, we did it like we were doing it for real. I mean, we made everybody play everything perfect. We really worked on it. And right after we finished that, I noticed everybody was talking about the story every day. I mean, we had a private band chat room that ended up with 6,000 messages in it. And there was such an interest among the band members about talking about the story. I suggested, hey, why don't we do a comic with the story? And, you know, anybody's interested in getting the comic, they can sort of follow along with the album. So,
Sure.
I took the ball and ran with it, wrote the comic book adaptation, looked at a bunch of artists, found one I liked and got to work on it. I had no idea what I was doing, but I just kept reading articles, how to make a comic book. And I think it came out okay.
You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button to become an official follower of the Metal Command Show here on YouTube for great interviews, reviews, commentary, and much more. Also, don't forget to check out www.metalcommand.net.